Like, why are people so, passionate about seeing this eclipse? What's going on?
I think it's just a rare event that happens every so often. So people just want to see it just because.
Just because.
Yeah, it's like Christmas for some people,
Right. Okay. All right. So y'all enjoy y'all Christmas with this eclipse. Yeah. I don't know if we'll get to see it where we at, but y'all enjoy that. So I think it's ironic, this particular show, with the current event I'm going to talk about, is I want to get into this Charlottesville, Virginia thing.
Yes.
The Black by Demand radio show, part of the mission is black business, black lives, black matters. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm kind of on the fence of how much this is actually a black matter, but that's why I want to bring it to the forefront.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I know this is the type of conversation that a lot of our people get uncomfortable with, So for you black people that's listening, it just gets a little uncomfortable for you. We apologize in advance, But some things you can't just continue to sweep under the rug, and this was just all over the news and all over the place, So it's something.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's up? This is Nate, the guest host of Black by Demand radio show. Mike is out of town today. He won't be here, so I'm standing in for him today. Welcome to the Black by Demand radio show, sponsored by blackbydemand.com. It is a directory system where you can get online and promote and push your business. It's kind of like its own, I'll call it a directory. I'm not going to compare it to anything else. It's like a directory of black businesses where you can go to it and click, and you can actually easily go on there and put your own ad on this page. So blackbydemand.com. Please check out blackbydemand.com. Is to classify ads for businesses, items for sale, job postings, current events, and more. Like I said, Brother Mike won't be with us today, and I am stepping in. Today's show was focused on the impact of social media on the youth, the pros and cons, but we had a couple technical difficulties. So today's show is going to be condensed to business. We're still going to talk about social media and the youth, but we also have a guest with us today, Miss Tamika Chapman. Did I say it right? Chapman. Is that the same funeral home, Chapman?
Yeah, we don't own it. But
we don't own it.
Yeah.
That's still your family. Okay.
And that's T. I'm Chapman with a P, as in Paul.
Oh, okay. Paul. Okay. So social media has become a prominent part of life for young people today. Most people engage with the social media without stopping to think what the effects are on their lives, whether positive or negative. This includes social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, gaming sites, blogs, etc. Here are some statistics from participants who voted in a poll on how much time they spend per day on social media. And over 13,000 people voted. 7% says they don't engage in social media. I don't believe that. That's the people that don't have pictures and names and stuff. 13% say less than an hour a day, which seems crazy. Like, who can do that? Right. 22% says 1 to 2 hours per day, which is another falsehood. 35% says 4 hours or more per day. Now that sounds more like it.
That sounds more believable.
The results of this poll clearly shows that a large percentage of youth spend a few hours each day on social media. I don't believe that at all, especially when all of them have their own cell phones and tablets now. Right. Let's take a first, and I'm a teacher, so I've taken plenty of phones and tablets for the day. Let's take our first commercial break, and we'll be back with Miss Tamika Chapman. We'll return to the Artist Exchange radio show only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Artist Exchange?
The Artist Exchange?
Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one.
so many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait.
Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, what's up, and welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Not the Artist Exchange, Black by Demand Radio Show. I'm sorry, I'm so programmed in saying that. I am the host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. I am sitting in for Mike today here on Black by Demand Radio Show. Don't forget to go to Black by Demand Radio Show and subscribe. Even you can, there are plenty of things, ads for businesses, items for sale, posting, job postings, current events, and much more. And you can post your own ad on there, and I believe it's $20 to $25 per ad on the paper. Mike is really big on supporting black business. And the topic for the day, and I'm actually, instead of going through this because I don't want to rush through it in this next hour, but I'll write a blog post on it. So you'll be able to either go to Black by Demand or the Be Exposed Station website and be able to pick up the blog But I have in front of me, sorry, Mike, but I have executive decision. Boss moves. But I have in front of me Miss Tamika Chapman.
Chapman.
Yes. I have Miss Tamika Chapman. She owns the Style Lounge, and she does styling and she creates garments and such. She just did her first big fashion show, Baltimore Fashion Week, this past August.
Yes.
And we were down at the Maritime Museum.
It was really nice.
And she showcased some nice designs.
Thank
Got
you.
her first order.
Yes, I did.
Her first big order for something she created herself. So that goes to tell you, do not sit on yourself, just go out there for it. So today we'll touch on social media in terms of how has social media helped you as a business owner do what it is that you do as you build your business. So that's my first question.
The question is, what is it again?
How has social media helped you in you building your business?
Social media has helped me a great deal. It has helped me reach a lot of people that I normally, wouldn't be able to reach. I've had people from New Zealand on Instagram make orders, and I ship as far as New Zealand, so it's like I'm international.
International,
but social media is a great outlet for anybody with a business, and like I said, it helped me to my new pieces that I receive, and the new pieces that I make, I get to display them and tag my favorite customers and people who have never shopped with me before, people that aren't even my friends on social media. If I'm tagging another friend in it, they get to see it from their page. So it's like a good conglomerate of fashionistas that get to see stuff and that I don't even know. And I get inboxes and people leave comments, and it makes me feel really good because you have people taking time out their day, no matter how much. Some people say they're never on social media. Some people say they're on social media maybe 10 minutes or just on the weekends. I don't either, but however, whatever, when they're on there, and for someone to take that time out to inbox you or make a comment and say, hey, I really like that blouse that you posted, or to inquire, it really, I think it feels good.
That's why we're seeing so many regulations now on social media, because it's helped small mom and pop businesses compete with larger, more established, more financially backed businesses. Now we're competing for the same customers,
right?
Opposed to you having this conglomerate over here and I'm not able to do what it is that I'm doing. And it's always been like that, but I think now social media has allowed the up and coming business, is allowed a lot of people to test out businesses without going through the whole gambit of setting up a shop or opening up a store and registering a business. Has allowed a lot of people to establish businesses.
That's true.
I won't ask you that, but I'll ask you, how long have you been established as a business as in terms of the Style Lounge?
When my daughter was born in 1990, and she's 27, so I knew that when she was born that I had to do something else other than work. So once I started doing that, I started designing sneakers like in high school. And my daughter's dad he would be my delivery guy. Like he would take them to the people that ordered the sneakers, and then I started doing t-shirts. And I remember doing a lot of t-shirts called Meek and Nicole that a friend of mine, I gotta give props to Frank Robinson and young Rudy from my Park Heights family. They helped me to establish that that name, Meek and Nicole, and I made t-shirts and I started to sell those. So from there it just trickled into me. Like I owned a beauty salon at 19, and then I owned another one at 20, and then another one at 22. So I was always in the fashion business, but it started with hair. Then it trickled down to clothes and boutique, and I managed almost every company that you can name. Like, I was a manager for Ashley Stores, a manager for Lane Bryant, a manager for FTF, Downtown Locker Room. So working in actual businesses, I said, if I can help these people make millions of dollars, I can help myself. So, I just said it's time to turn this into something, concrete. Something real, something that I can reach out and touch.
You could have just as easily stayed with those companies and became a regional manager. And I'm not opposed to working for anybody,
right?
But it has to be in pursuit of following your own passion. If your passion is to be the general manager or the vice president of XYZ company, that's all, more power to you.
Right.
But if you really have a passion to own your own, I would say learn from those businesses.
Right.
It's supposed to be an exchange. I'm giving you my time, my life, hours, and in exchange for me learning this business.
Exactly.
So it is a fit, because everybody doesn't have to do the same thing.
Right.
But it gives you the ins and outs. I was talking to a gentleman on my show this Saturday, and that's what I was saying to him. Like, he was stuck between having a regular job and, working for himself. And it's always, for artists, it's always a struggle, because you have to fund your dreams. Because everybody ain't writing blank checks no more.
No, they're not.
And most of us, don't have endowments or, lump sums of money that our grandfather left us or something, or that rich Uncle Buck somewhere.
No silver spoon.
Right. So you have to figure out how to do it, and most times you're working a regular job in order to make that happen. But you can't get caught up in that regular job, that dependency on that concurrent check, that steady income to feed you. Because most times when you go over, I don't care how much money you save, I don't care how much money you have in the bank, it will never be enough to live out your dream.
It won't.
Because it's going to run out at some point.
Yeah, that's why you just have to live. It's like I have a lot of friends that always, make the statement, I can't do this until I get where I want to be. You'll never be where you want to be.
Nope.
I want to be a billionaire sitting on top of a hill. I'm not saying that it never happened. Lord knows, I wish it will. But I'm still going to live now while I'm 100 there. Working towards 1,000 there. So you just have to seize the moments, and you really have to, like you said, your dreams, you cannot put those on hold. Your dreams are not for your dreams is not for deferment. You gotta just you have to just go into it 100% with the little bit that you have. Even if it's a little bit that you have, you have to take that little bit and create. Like, people always say, I'm flip it. I'm gonna take this and flip it, make this. Yeah, my thing is, when people ask me how I'm doing, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. That's what it's about every day.
And that speaks to the idea of what a hustle is. And a hustle is supposed to be something temporary. It's not supposed to be something lifelong. So you have to figure out how to turn that hustle into something sustainable.
That's right.
Not turn that hustle into a full-time job, because you're always going to be chasing that dollar.
You are.
We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back here on Black by Demand radio show, only on BigExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. And we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BeExposedRadio.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ball in street? Girl in street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Black by Demand radio show, powered by blackbydemand.com. Brother Mike is not in the building. I know y'all used to seeing his chocolate face on the screen, but it's me today. I think my caramel skin is enough for you guys and sufficient. But go to blackbydemand.com and post your businesses, and also look at the other classified ads for businesses, items for sale, job postings, and current events, and much, much more. And it's very easy. I want to say it's $25 for you to post your ad on the Black by Demand page, the website, and it's its own directory of black businesses. Mike is gun-ho about supporting black businesses, and we have to get to a place where we are doing so, and not trying to cut each other down or take your idea and make it my own and cut you out of it. And there's a lot of that going on, and we have to get to a place where we are we're self-sufficient. I don't subscribe to the notion that we have to totally eliminate working with any other culture, but we have to learn how to work with ourselves first. And I really think it starts with the individual, and then you can branch out to your community and your culture and so on and so forth, and just being more exclusive. In terms of being a business owner, what has been some of the good and bad that you've seen in professionalism and good business development? Period.
So, touching on something that you just said, us getting to work with each other. Okay.
Okay.
Us having a common respect for one another's business. Me being in business, me having a peer that's in the same business, having a respect level for what you do, for what I do, for what we all are doing. Customers. Not treating your customers like a customer. I call my customers clients, because I feel like changing that verbiage, it changes the way we perceive our clients.
It shouldn't, but it does.
But in a good way. I'm thinking like going from customer to client, I'm treating you one-on-one. Customers may be a group of people, but your clients, I'm treating you as a client. I want to have a one-on-one with you. I want to know what your fashion needs are. I want to know what your aspiring fashion needs are. What are your wants? What do you want to look like? You know, you might come into my shop looking one way, but you're like, you know what? I want to change my image. I want to change my look. I want to go for something different. And we're going to sit down and have a realistic talk like you would do with a client, rather than a customer.
I'm a stickler for customer service or client services, and I just see it so. And what people say, I've taken back a couple months ago. Just Hilarious, the young lady who is coming out of Baltimore that's making a comedic name for herself.
Funny young lady.
I went hard on her page, on other people's pages, because she was putting out a narrative about Baltimore that just put a blanket statement on black businesses.
I saw it.
I was so pissed off at her because she lives here. Her family lives here.
Yeah.
You know, have to work here, have to thrive here.
My
and
father
I know
runs a business here.
Thank you. You know, and you're putting name out there for black businesses, specifically in Baltimore City, that it's already a narrative that we ghetto, we hood, we don't want much out of life.
Right.
It's already out there. Why do you need to say it again?
Well, you know what? With the narrative that she did, number one, it was funny.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of truth in the joke.
Right.
And, you know,
I think that's why it made me so mad, because there was so much truth in it.
You know, and it's like, I couldn't, like, I wanted to be upset with her, but thinking about the businesses that I've patronized, which aren't just black businesses. You know, they're businesses like Korean businesses, Caucasian businesses, you know, My One Grill around the corner on Baltimore Street. I love their food. But, you know, it's just like, here's the thing. I think with business owners and even with myself, if I'm doing something that you don't like as a client, somebody that's patronized, you know, being a patron, pull me up, send me an email, send me a text, something, so I can make it better. Because us walking away from somebody that's giving us bad business or bad customer service, bad client service,
right?
To me, it's almost like it's a disrespect to the business. You know, it's not our problem to make you a better business owner, but I think as a community, right? But as a community, as black people, we were just talking about we gotta do better. If I come into your shop, Nate, and I buy a pair of earrings, and I
make earrings,
you know, right? And they're awesome earrings, by the way. Yeah. So if I buy a pair of earrings from you, I feel like if it's something in the next 2 days, a pearl fall off, something happens, it's my duty to call you and say, hey Nate, listen, I really like those earrings, but they weren't really constructed well. You know, what can we do about that?
Rather than go to social media
and post the earrings and say, do not buy from Nate. I bought this.
Because everybody,
by the way, it's like, I don't know.
It takes me back to an episode of South Park where everybody became a Yelper. And they was like a food critic, but they were on Yelp.
Right.
And everybody in the city, and it got bad because then the food critic was eating for free, but then because everybody was a food critic,
right?
None of the businesses were making money, and they were afraid of what the people was going to say. Another example of this was, and I've had it in my own businesses where people didn't quite like my services or the speed of my services, and I try to, and you've seen me, like I'm really hands-on in everything that I do. So if it isn't what you expect, then I try to, you know, circumvent that. I have a lifelong, if it breaks, I'll fix it policy with my jewelry, and most people don't care to do that.
No, they don't.
I remember my cousin owns a restaurant, and I'll put it out there because it was on social media. My cousin owns Flight Fusion.
Okay.
Mr. Ray owns Flight Fusion off of York Road, shameless plug, and and he one of his customers, another lady that I know, went to his restaurant and didn't have a good experience. So she went on social media and talked about it.
Oh, you know, everybody listens on social media.
Now, my cousin Ray is a gentle spirit. He's a real down-to-earth. He helps out everybody. I've never seen him get angry before.
Okay.
And this is like blood cousin.
Okay.
I've never seen him get angry like this before. Now, I've seen his all his personal life,
right.
but I knew him to be family, and I've never seen. He went. Then he had to come back because you were attacking his business. So I saw his point of view. But then he went on social media.
That's right.
So on the thread where they were talking back and forth and everybody was choosing sides and putting their 2 cents in, I personally put out the message, and I didn't attach that this was my relative and this was somebody I knew. I said, I know both of these people to be hardworking individuals within the black community, doing all they can do to promote the black experience and culture and business and business development. Both of them are business owners.
Right.
And I said, it is very sad that we've gotten to this point where we can't talk to each other personally.
Right.
And the problem was the experience that she had, it was something that she didn't like. He thought he had corrected it.
Okay.
She was fine. The day of, she said she was fine. They moved on from it. But then she went home and talked about the experience on social media.
Okay.
Like his business isn't popping and people didn't know who you was talking about.
Right.
So it made him really mad because he did go beyond the Call of Duty.
Right.
And we can't always put everything on the owner, but
No, we can't.
you have to set the bar in terms of, in my opinion, and I sent him a message, you should have went to her yourself.
Yeah.
And stop worrying about what this affects your social media, because it can affect you.
It can.
You know,
It
you
can.
don't know how many people she knows. You know, just so happen they probably know the same group of people.
Yeah. Oh, if you don't listen, if you think for 1 second that social media, all it takes is one post.
Yes.
I remember when there was a young man that was making prom dresses, and he
Oh,
dropped the ball when it came down to making these young ladies' prom dresses. And it only took one post, one time, and people to share and share and share, because they said at the end of the post, please share. And you know, this young man is still
and they didn't even know his business. Didn't even need a prom dress.
Listen, he's still sewing. He's still making beautiful dresses. It's just that he dropped the ball with this one situation that I know of. And you know, I know that it left a bad taste in some people's mouths. I know it did, because I had some of his people come to me. And they were like, listen, we were going to go to such and such, because I'm not going to say his name. But we just going to come to you, and we're just going to get this done. You know, I love to get new customers, but I don't like to get them like that. That's not the way that I like to get them.
That one experience could have been just he was having a bad day or something happened. But it happened.
It happens to the best of us. It does.
And I have plenty of these stories. One, because I troll the internet for these stories. But another young lady that I know, she does travel planning. And it didn't come out. I think she didn't plan the trip the way she was supposed to. The day before, they found out, and they wound up not. I think they had to either pay more or whatever. And she apologized publicly because they downrated her publicly. And my thing is, you don't want nobody else to do business with this person.
Right.
Because you had a bad experience. How about don't spend your money with them no more?
But you
hit people where it hurts them the most. But stop where you start including other people who did not have that experience with them.
Right. You know, and the sad thing about it, it's almost like to where as though you have to find out for yourself still, because, you know, people can be so malicious.
Yeah.
It could be somebody who never done business with you a day in their life. But because they don't like you used to talk to their friend, your friends with their baby father's girlfriend. You know, it's so crazy here, and I can't speak for no place else because I do most of my business here in Baltimore. But you know, it's like give black people and black business a chance. Give them a chance. If they have a product that you like, go check it out. You know,
but just like you tell your friends if you have a problem. Go and check it out in person. Like, you know, everything is not internet. I don't mind buying things over the internet, but I'm old fashioned. I like to go. I like to touch it. I like to feel it. I like to look at it and, you know, just say, is this right? You know, well, let me get this. If it seems right and pleasing to my touch and to my eyes. So I just say, you know, give black business a chance. And speaking of black business, shameless plug, this Saturday, if you are a business owner, if you are an aspiring business owner, if you want, or if you are a consumer, this Saturday from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 2301 West Baltimore Street, the New Club Internationals on the second floor, we are having a networking style, customer appreciation for the Style Lounge event and networking event. We're going to have vendors on site. It's free to get in if you have your own business card. So no, don't go grab your cousin's business card. Bring your own business card. It's free to get in. If you do not have a business card, it's $10. Only because I want people to get into the mind frame of, if you have a business, have a card. That's the first thing that people are going to see and think about your business. And with technology, you can have an e-card. Like, you can have an e-card, but just have something where people can find you.
Exactly. Anything.
We'll be ready to share your number. But don't be a snob about it. If they don't have a card, pay your $10. But if they don't have a card, they're not any less of a business person than you are. They could be starting up their business.
Exactly.
Or going through some phone issues, or don't have the money to buy cards.
Right.
But be creative in terms of how you promote your business.
Exactly.
We're going to take another quick break, pay some bills. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I am saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No. The fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Let's just talk about it. I want to see it. It was a movie like that where the guy went to heaven and like it showed you how that was part of your process. Like you were on trial when you got to heaven and you had to watch back all your deeds, your bad deeds.
Watch all those bad business deals that everybody made.
I'm gonna read this like, God, you know what? I already know. Let's not go through this. It's very painful. Just give me my verdict. Just know my heart was good. I didn't mean to do it. But welcome back to Black by Demand Radio Show. We sitting here confessing our sins and whatnot. So we're back here on Black by Demand Radio Show. If you're tuning in and you're like, who is this guy? I am Nate, the station manager here at Be Exposed Radio, as well as the host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. It comes on every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. I am guest hosting in place of Mr. Mike, Brother Mike. I don't know, like we looking for some inspiration. All I know business, and I've been talking to Mike because Mike is a barber.
Okay.
And he also has a cleaning company, and
awesome.
Because he's a barber, and I'm going through this thing with barbers, so I'm used to women cutting my hair.
Okay.
But the lady who cut my hair, she's retired. And then I had another young lady that used to cut my hair, and I retired her.
Okay.
I no longer go to her. But I'm noticing that like barbershops are really like touch and go now, and not just barbershops. I'm not gonna harp on that because I don't want Mike to be like, cut them off, turn the mic off. But just businesses in general, you know, you own your own business or your own business person, and you come in when you feel like it. You know, you treat your customers like nothing. You know, like they should be privileged, or I have to buy from you. Yeah. You know, that's when they start tapping into that black business thing. But we have to do better in turn, and not even competing with other people or trying to do things that other people do. Because you walk into any other culture's business and they treat you the same. They treat you the same as your own people treating you. So I'm not saying like this culture has better customer service because, you know, I've never been followed around in, you know, this person's store like I've been followed around in this store over here. But so the problem persists in all cultures. I'm just worried about my own culture right now and getting us to a level where we are self-sufficient and we don't need as much. Where Mondawmin Mall should not be top 5 in the country of malls.
Why not?
It shouldn't be in terms of what they offer.
Well, the thing is, it's not like the mall is black owned, and it's not like most of the stores in there are black owned as well either. So, but the thing is, that's where most of our black dollars, like our cash dollars, go to. It's one of the top billing malls as far as cash coming through. Like it's not like a big credit mall. Like, you know, Towson and White Marsh, where they have like a lot of credit card customers. Mondawmin is a mall that makes money where there's a lot of cash. I have worked at downtown Locker Room. Mondawmin was not my store, but when I did go there, Christmas Eve, you would not believe that downtown Locker Room. Some of you would believe, because some of you spent money, that kind of money there. But downtown Locker Room Christmas Eve, $250,000 easy. One day. That's one day. Exactly. $250,000 in one freaking day.
And I know why it is, because for so long, before there was Arundel Mills, before Towson really was, you know, the place to go, that's the only mall that we really had that close in the city. So what else were you going to do? Everything else was strip malls. You know, Westview was closing itself down and turned into a strip mall, so you really had nowhere else to go. Yeah. So I understand why it makes so much money, but it's just ridiculous because we have a lot of business, but because our businesses are not legitimate in terms of having a brick and mortar or being a force online, like having a solid website where people can go and shop. People will go to your website and shop, you know, but it has to be consistent, you know.
Can people call in?
Yeah, they can still call in 410-702-5657.
If anybody, for the people who are listening, because I see some of my people are definitely listening. I know some of Mike's people are, and some of Neat's. You know, like, give us a call if you can. You know, if you have time, because I know a lot of you guys at work. And this time it's like, you know, business. Like, what are some of your favorite businesses? And you know, and they don't have to be black owned. But you know, just like, what are some of your favorite businesses? Or chime in on the live feed that's on Be Exposed on Facebook. But you know, it's I would like to see more of us create businesses. You know, like more black people like create it. Like, okay, I'm just gonna say the thing that nobody wants to, you know, say. All of this money that a lot of our people just got, whether it be lead paint money, Dr. Levy money. Some of y'all went through that money and didn't do anything.
Oh, that's the man from Hopkins.
Yeah, some of y'all went through that money and didn't do anything. You shop, you travel, you ate. You shop, you travel, you ate. You bought cars, you bought clothes, you shop, you traveled, you ate. Thank you for the people who supported me. I appreciate it. But you didn't open up any businesses. You didn't spend $99 to sell paparazzi jewelry. You didn't spend $250 to get into pure romance. You know, with the sex toys like Avon, Mary Kay, anything. You know, just to get started with something. I'm saying all this to say this. Working a 9 to 5 is not gonna just get it. It's not gonna cut it. If you think just working one job is gonna get you where you need to be, especially if you have children and grandchildren, it's just not gonna work. I have a business. I'm thinking about getting a job, because I know with a job that'll help me.
A benefactor. You're thinking about getting a benefactor.
A benefactor to help me to put more money into my business. Sole purpose. That's it. So, you know, it's like you have to really think about these things and really think about your future. No, everybody's a paycheck away from being in the street. These jobs are not, they are not secure. They are not, it's not just security. You know, people fold every day.
They're closing down. Like, I know that Sprint and T-Mobile are about to merge. So that's going to be stores closing down. You know, a lot of people are pushing for this $15 an hour. That means that computers are going to start taking your jobs. And
you better believe
trust and believe, like, even if like Baltimore didn't pass the $15 an hour minimum wage, but trust and believe, you know, a lot of these businesses still saying, well, you know what, I can save money. You going into more markets now and seeing more self-checkouts.
Oh yeah.
Target has now self-checkout in it.
And it's horrible.
Right. And but they're replacing it because now they only need 1 or 2 people to run them or maintenance them.
No more Target time. I used to work there, so for you guys who used to work at Target, the Target time they used to get on your nerves. You're gonna wish that you could hear that Target time again. Target time is now replaced with a computer. That's like, next item, please. That's it. That's the self checkout. But the thing is that they do that with every last lane, with the exception of maybe 5. They're not going to need 15 team members to be on the floor for cashiers. They're just going to need maybe 3.
Yeah.
They're only going to work 2, and the other one's going to be on the floor doing reshop.
But the jobs are the jobs that don't require emotion or decision making, where it's a repetitive thing. Those are the jobs that are being taken over now by robots and stuff like that. But you have to have something to follow. And I'm only saying it because I watch so many of my personal family members waste their gifts and talents. You know, our DJs, visual artists, you know, cleaners. I have an aunt that can cook her tail off.
My mother.
You know, my mother is the best cook ever. I watched her Tyrone's Chicken. It was a husband and wife that owned that, and when they separated, she took one of the stores and he had the rest of them. My aunt worked at the wife's store, and I watched that chicken did not taste like any other them other stores out there. And I know that was my aunt's cooking. And I watched her, and I still watch her. Like, people eat her chicken. Like, she one of them people. She not gonna cook no chicken and let it sit there. She gonna cook the chicken when people get there because she want it fresh, hot, and crispy. You know, and you know, people, I just wish that it was something that I could do. That's why I work so hard, because I really want to be able to give my family those opportunities where I could just give her a store and just be like, you know, this is what you have. But a lot of them didn't have like the education and the resources to be able to do those things.
They know how to cook, but they don't know how to run a business.
Right, and they do, because she ran that business. She ran that Tyrone's. It was right there off of Forest Park. Arendelle. Like that
Mhm.
was for like a year or so. That was her store.
Okay.
You know, and you have it. You have the business.
But
sense.
for people like her, it's also a lot of people out here who has the talent that don't know how to run a business. I mean, I can admit, when I graduated from hair school, I went to North Carolina for 2 years to work, and then I came back to Baltimore.
Right.
I knew about doing hair, but I didn't know about running a hair business. You know, that's something that kind of came along when I started running other people's businesses.
Right.
That's when I really learned about bottom line and overhead, and you know what I mean. Transactions per hour, UPTs and things like that, about how else you need to make money in other ways when one aspect of your business is not.
But that's you. But that's you, because we've done all those things. Like if you ever had, unless you never had any job and your grandmother was washing clothes and your mother was giving you allowance till you was 50, like unless you was that person, you've been through this.
Shout out to those people.
Right. Thank you. Call me. But we worked these. I remember being 16 and I had a very unique opportunity. The guy who was the general manager of the store was really good friends with my aunt and her husband. So I became a manager by the time I was 17. So I knew how to run reports. I knew how to schedule people. I knew how to put in payroll. I knew how to, balance the safe out.
Right.
I knew how to tell if somebody's stealing off the register. I knew all of those things. Never put people that you don't trust on the driveway, because it'll be one for you, one for them, and they will take from you.
But the drive-through.
Right. That's the biggest one. But I learned those skill sets.
Right.
And we work these jobs, these benefactors, and we don't take heed to applying those things to our own personal business.
Exactly.
We put all that energy into making somebody else's dream come true, and we don't put the attention into, but we don't take those lessons learned and apply that to our business. Like, how do I run? Like, they run reports so they can go back and know how much is something to order versus, just taking a guess. Those stores that run out of chicken every Friday and Saturday. That's why they run reports. So those businesses aren't listening to their reports or taking heed.
That's true.
And not realizing every Friday and Saturday we got all these people. I used to work at the Popeyes at Emerson Village, and every Sunday, it's like 80 churches in the vicinity of that shopping center.
Oh yeah.
So we would have to order on Thursday
just to
and
facilitate Sunday.
right. So just to we had to order for the weekend.
Right.
Not just for the whole week. And you learn those things. And I've been able to, do supply and demand. I know how much is something to buy versus, what I know will sell. You start listening. But don't just leave that at that job. Take those skill sets with you. That's not just Walmart skill sets. Those are yours that you earned, and you take that with you, and you raise yourself up, especially if you want to own your own business.
And I think as a business owner, I challenge other business owners out there as well. I think people with us, our peers, our community that do own businesses, we need to start to reach out to the youth in our neighborhoods and try to get them on board, even if it's they're just coming in and they're sweeping up, or they're just straightening out some racks or folding some teas. Get them into that business. Get them into that feel of how it feels to own your own business.
Right.
Let them come in and see that it's some good days and it's some bad days. But just let them come in and see. We already know that there's no recreation centers like it used to be. We don't have as many mentors in the city as they do, but we do have some people that's trying to put some mentoring things together. Shout out to Lakeisha White for Leading Ladies, coming real soon. We have to actually be more proactive. We always talk about the youth, doing the killing and getting locked up and selling drugs and all that. Well, what are you doing? Did you do anything to try to help this child see something that is something different that they can do? If you haven't, then don't talk about it, because you're a part of the problem. You're not a part of the solution.
Right.
So
you're just focusing on what the problem is.
Exactly.
You're just going around in a circle, and there's no
talking
solution.
about it, and there's no solution. So I challenge all my business owners, my black-owned business owners that I do know. Deidre with Bold and Curvy, myself, the Style Lounge, Dwayne, Bimbo, but he's doing it, so I can't really call him out, but he's He's doing it.
He's
doing it. Dwayne, shout out to Dwayne Bimbo. He got these kids working hard this summer. I kind of felt bad for him. I said he is working the heck out of these children, but some good
he's doing
stuff.
everything that he's telling them to do.
He is, and the thing is, it's like so many that I can't just name. The Mogul Company, Daryl Mack. Like, get some of these kids in there. And teach them how to run a business. Dan Rose Films, he does really, really good videography. David Manigault, get some of these kids to come and carry around your equipment. Do something. We have to save. We're losing them at a rapid rate, y'all. We got to do something. We got to do it. Andre and Tyree Miles, that's right. I'm calling out Kings Porter and the Love Brand and Republican Great Men. Teach these kids how to print up some shirts. Get them in there. You got sons. We have to do something with these kids.
That's one of the things that is missing. A lot of people aren't giving back in terms of, you have this pool of people who need to be where, or want to be where you want to be, because you may not be there yet. But help other people get to that point. Now, I ain't telling you pick people up and put them on your shoulders and walk them all the way to the finish line. But you got to show people what it is that they're doing, because we remember a time not having that. And we had to learn I know I had to learn a lot of lessons on my own, because I didn't have a lot of, businesses in my family. I had a lot of hustlers, but I didn't want to learn that way, because I know that can sometimes lead to lifelong bad decisions. So, a lot of the stuff I had to just pick up as I went along, and then take some of those talents that you got from your family and your community, and then make something out of it. You see what the needs are. In a lot of these communities in Baltimore, it's not so much the lack of ideas or talents or gifts, it's more so how to structure it to make it a real business. And this business doesn't have to have this same model. But what is your model? We see all of these franchise businesses popping up with these models, business models. And they don't know what they're doing until they actually doing it.
That's true.
Like, so create your business model, but make sure you got your bottom line in order. You got your client in order, in terms of, how to treat people. You have some experience. Don't do anything. I suggest everybody go to college. That's just my rule. But if it does not work for you, and you have tried it and you realize it hasn't worked for you, go to a business and just work your way up to management. And learn it. It may take you 3 to 4 years, and you can slowly build your business. So at the end of those 4 years, you may have a couple dollars saved up, and you got a business on top of that.
Exactly.
And you can walk away from that business feeling comfortable. And then if need be, you can go back to that business and get a couple extra dollars when, is a slump in the business or something like that. But don't just, we're being told, our black children are being told to go to trade schools. You need a job. Those jobs are not going to be available to them.
No, it's not. And for the people, college is good. I will never. My daughter's in college. College is awesome.
Try it.
It's college is good. Education is always a good thing. For the high school kids, it's free. Take it. Stay in there until 12th grade, graduate, all of that.
For the adult, it could be free, depending on your income.
Go to college if that's what you choose to do. However,
try it.
I'm just saying,
try it at least once.
Right, but however,
stay for a year at least.
If you don't go to college, if you don't, whatever job that you are at, learn from it. Don't just be there to get a paycheck. You learn. I don't care if you're working on fries. I don't care if you're on the register. Learn it. Go to your supervisor and say, listen, I want to know what it is that you do. How do we get the logistics out of this register to know what we made for the day? If you act interested, it's going to be somebody that's going to take you up under their wing, I'm telling you, and just say, listen, come on, let me teach you this. And experience is, 4 years of college is awesome. 10 years of good, hard, solid experience is good too. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'll say both. I'll speak to the individual that is at a job. That's what happened to me when I was a teenager. And the man, Wayne at Popeyes, really, like, I was so young coming to there, 15 and like 10 months coming in there. And I said to him, I know I didn't want to pick no feathers out no chicken for the next couple years. I knew I wasn't. I wanted a white shirt. That's what I wanted, and that was what my goal was. And he took me to each one of the, it was like each department had its own certification, and I had all the pins to each department. And then the last thing was, shift supervisor, and I worked my way up to shift supervisor, and they ended up sending me to the Route 40 store, and I was the manager there. Right. So if you want it, it's obtainable. And I didn't know what I was doing when I was 16, 17, 18. I didn't know that that's what I was doing. I just knew I didn't want to pick chicken. Right. The feathers out the chicken. I didn't want to season chicken no more. Right. I hated that job. I didn't want to wash dishes. I didn't want to do anything that required me getting dirty.
You didn't want to do no manual labor. You wanted
I didn't.
To be the boss.
I didn't.
And that's okay. Just like if you can be the boss for somebody else, you can definitely be the boss for yourself. Yep. Anything you want is definitely obtainable. It's realistic. Just set realistic goals. That's all. And just make a plan. And if you make your plan and you work your plan, all your goals can definitely come to fruition.
But you get the same thing. I applied that to that job. I wish in my 20s I would apply that to my personal stuff. I worked as an artist all throughout my 20s, but I wish I would have took that initiative that I took that one time and just took that throughout things. And things happen for a reason.
I'm 43. Trust me. I wish that I would have done it. Everything I'm doing now at 23. I do. Yeah. But the thing is, time. Don't even trip off time, because the thing is, tomorrow was not promised. So today, you live it today as if you don't have tomorrow. So whatever it is you want to do, if you're 45 and you want to be a hairdresser, be a hairdresser. It don't matter. Don't let it stop you, because the thing is, at 45, you might live till you're 90. You just 100. You don't know. So don't ever trip on age. Yeah. But of course, we always wish that we'd have had what we have now 10 or 20 years ago.
And I say to people, and the second part of what she said was the 10 years of experience versus 4 or 5 years of college.
Yes, I said that.
We're not living in that world anymore. But I'm not saying it's not possible for that 10 years or 4 years or no years to get you to the next level, because now with social media, and tying it back into what the ultimate conversation was, has given everybody a chance in this race. But what is happening is a lot of people with degrees don't have the job that they went to school for. Right. So now they're competing against the person who just has a high school diploma or not. So that piece of paper then becomes a determining factor of who gets that job. Often the person with the degree will be slighted because I have to pay you more. But the world that we live in, where the people aren't being grandfathered into things anymore, that person with the degree will win over in those situations.
But don't forget about the people with the 4-year degrees that have no experience and getting shut down for a lot of jobs.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I said both sides of it.
But one thing I don't want to get misconstrued. I do not want people to think that I'm against education. That's not it. All I'm saying is, college is, is not for everybody.
But try
go
it.
to college. Try it. Even if you try from home.
Go to BCCC.
But don't go to Brookline College online. But try from home. Do Phoenix if you're going to do it from home.
No,
or even
don't do none
Phoenix is good.
But you can go to a regular university and take online classes.
Okay, so if you,
I'm just saying a lot of those schools.
You can get an AA degree. Just try it. But like I said, don't. You have here and you have now. Education is good. Education is key. But don't underestimate your experience. Don't underestimate your experience.
But that will strengthen what you do have, because that's what's helping me now, because I work so much in my 20s. I now have all those little things to be able to compile to an awesome resume.
Right. So take your experience, go to a company that's willing to pay for your college. How about that?
But see, a lot of colleges aren't doing that no more.
Well, they're not letting companies.
They doing some of them are doing reimbursement, but they're not
reimbursement. However, whatever.
But you still got to pay up front.
Well, either way, you're gonna pay something.
Right, and it works. Everything doesn't work for everybody. No. It's the end all be all to both of our stories. But I always say try education, because that is why other cultures are beating us. That's why we're always last on the totem pole.
Because they're sticking together.
Right, and they're sticking together, but mainly that piece of paper. And it don't matter what school you went to. It don't matter what your diploma say. People will say Harvard or Yale, right, community college. Because if you can conquer community college, basically what you do in a community college is take all your GRs, your regular classes, but then after a year, 2 years of doing that, you can transfer to a university and only have a year and a half to 2 years left, and now you have this whole degree.
Right.
You know, and not to say AA is a half a degree, but it's a step below a bachelor's or, you know, a BS or BA. But I'm just saying, just try it. This, you know, because we're being, our children are being told that just go to what's the one of the tests, or our children are being told
Test,
that,
Empire.
our children are
like
being
that.
told, go be a GNA or CNA. No, how about go be a RN? I'm sorry.
But the thing is, there's nothing wrong to start off with a GNA, CNA, just so you can get your foot in.
No,
and then you
so you can have a job while you're going for your RN.
My daughter, exactly. That's what my daughter is doing.
But you discover, a lot of them discover that when they're there.
Shout out to Ashley Davis. Go, mama.
Right, but a lot of them discover that while they're there.
Yeah, they do.
If they
work under the right people.
Right, if we start the conversation by saying, okay, go get that certification so you'll have a job.
Right.
Just like a lot of criminal justice people are going back to school, but they're working in the criminal justice field.
Right.
But they're going back to school to get that major so they can then be a top supervisor opposed to just the entry level. So you really have to get to a point where you know your options, and don't just settle for, you know, my sister did that. My sister became a CNA, GNA, and now, like, I told her before, like, just go to Coppin and be, she's like, you think you know everything, but now she really wants to now go to Coppin and become a RN.
And they had the best RN program.
Right.
A cousin that graduated from the Taisha Gould, shout out to her. She works for Johns Hopkins, I believe. I believe that's the right hospital. I love you. I hope that's the right one.
But I don't want us just to keep shooting for entry level.
Right, I understand.
Like,
we want us to be our
boss.
best on top.
Right.
One of our viewers actually asked a question. Our viewers by the name of Don Juan. He said, Don Juan said, "Hey, what do you think about the kids at the stoplight washing car windows?" Okay, so I have mixed emotions about that, because a lot of times I'm thinking that, you know, I hope that nobody ever does it, but I'll be afraid they're going to get ran over. That they're going to go in front of somebody's car, somebody that don't really have it all, that has a license, or just driving cars, and they're going to get ran over. But I'm glad that they're not out, you know, like knocking over old ladies to get money. Like, I'm glad that to me, that's a form of a business.
But I want somebody,
I
want some, and that's not my field, but if somebody in that work environment, to go to them and show them how to set it up as an actual business. So they're not out there on the side of the road. Because I see them out there late at night, you know, early in the morning, like all throughout the summer. And they're working.
Yeah, they
you know,
are.
And they really are working.
They really are.
But funnel that into, you know, opening up. You know, a lot of our car washes, we're losing them because people aren't doing them as much. Yeah. Or they're being, you know, employed by, you know, other cultures. But if they turn that into a business, a lot of them don't want to do that for a living. No. They just doing it because that's what's available. And I see them like sharing the squeegee.
They're working together, and they really are nice now. I know what a lot of people don't like about it is that if you tell them no, or they'll just come up and start spraying and squeegee. You know, that's their way of saying, you know, we're just gonna go ahead and do it because we're right here, even if you don't give us any money. You know, I have been in an Uber, and they'll come over to the Uber and they'll try to do it. I'm like, no. He is like, no. I'm like, well, here, let me give him, you know, a couple dollars anyway, just for your effort. So,
but just showing them how to do it.
Showing them how to do it.
Because everybody don't take aggression like that.
They don't. But Valerie Gallup said education is a
my
must.
auntie.
Yeah, Valerie. So she's probably sitting there tripping off of me like, who's that girl? I'm sorry. Right. Miss Gallup, education is important.
And she might hit me in my face for saying this, but my aunt went back to school, you know, at a later age and went back to school. So it's never too late to be able to do it. It's never too late to do what you do. That you want to do. Hey, Miss Yolanda Cannon, and hey, Kendra Talley. Listen, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. I missed this. I was formerly a co-host of It Is What It Is Radio, and it's a great possibility that I will be coming back here very soon to do my own show. Okay. We had that in the works. Yeah, but I definitely want you guys to check out the Network and Style event. She spreads her bounds.
This Saturday, September 30th. 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
I'll be there.
We have vendors. We have 2 vendor spots available. So if you guys, if anybody wants to come and vendor, okay. So we got 1 vendor spot available. If anybody wants to come vendor, and if you have a business that you want to come and talk about,
a service,
a service, a business you want to come and talk about. If you have one of those kind of businesses where you can get people in on the business, come. It's a perfect place. People are coming to talk about their business. People are coming to want to open up a business. I'm telling you, come and definitely just come and mingle with your peers. Mingle with the people that's, part of your community. I don't care where you live, Park Heights, Emerson Village, South Baltimore, East Baltimore. Our community is us. Wherever there's us, wherever there's melanin, there's a community, and that community is us. So definitely come check it out. September 30th, 2301 West Baltimore Street. The New Club International is on the 2nd floor. It's going to be free, light fare, cash cocktails. We're going to play some games. It's going to be really, really awesome.
There we go. And there's all these movements going towards supporting black business, and it's very important that we continue to support each other. If I don't want to buy something from the Style Lounge, which is crazy if you don't want to do that, I know somebody who that is their taste, that is their flavor. Right. Send them there.
Right.
I do that a lot because I can't wear a dress. That's not my style. But I know other people that do want to wear those things. And we got to get out of that point. If it doesn't affect me, hey, I'm going to turn my head this way. And we have to really, support each other. I'll be honest. I don't like vending my stuff.
You have great stuff. I don't understand.
But it's just a selling aspect for me.
You're not a seller.
Right. I'm not a seller like that. I can talk you up on an idea and present something and organize something, but that has never been my strong suit. But I do normally bring somebody with me who that is their strong suit. That's where I'm giving a friend of mine or a buddy of mine a couple extra dollars, and I'm still getting my product out there, and then I can then mingle with everybody. But know what your strong suits are. Don't stop at that.
Right.
I know how to sell, but it's just not what I'd rather be in my bubble creating.
Gotcha.
Opposed to being the person that's pushing it. But learn what it is that you don't like to do or you have trouble doing, because when you have to hire somebody to do it, you know what qualities to look at.
That you're looking for.
Right.
Tanya Dorsey just chimed in, and she said that it's a positive and negative with that, because they are trying, but they need assistance with moving forward, and trying to figure out what they can do with their independence in business, because they have a business mindset. Yes, my friend, and her friend has a suicide prevention for the youth. So yes, tell her to come on down on Saturday. She can definitely come and just talk about it. And Veronica Moon says, "You go, girly. Positive help uplift the people." Absolutely, we have to uplift each other. That's what it's all about. One person at a time. It's not, it takes one person at a time. Just one. That's it. You'd be surprised what you can say to a person to change their day. But you can, a handshake, a friendly gesture, a hug. It can change somebody's whole mindset. And then a conversation can change somebody from going to go to work for somebody to owning their own business. That's why networking is so important. Like I said, the 30th, this Saturday, if you guys can please come out. You don't have to stay the whole time, but just come and just, come and uplift someone else. Come and help us uplift each other. It's a lot of us with talents, a lot of us with great businesses, but we're not utilizing them the way we should. And not enough. And
for the people that need some encouragement, come get a cocktail. They sell food there now.
I'm gonna have refreshments.
Light fair. And some of the vendors there. If you don't want to do anything else, if you don't feel like I'm business enough, come out and support the vendors that are there. I'm just saying because I'm a vendor and I need your support. But just come on out and definitely support us in this effort to just support business. At some point it's not even about black business, it's just business. In terms of it. A lot of people don't like that title because they feel like it limits them, but don't use it. Just be a black business owner and do your best to help out your community. If you see, if you have a business where you help people to learn some of it, definitely pick up some of those squeegee boys out there, because that may not be what they want to be, but they have the energy and they want to work now. And a lot of them need the money. A lot of them are coming from, It's too many stories that I've seen already, but
too many. Veronica Moon said, "This is Miss Ronnie. Love you. Yes, we'll be there to help uplift. Thank you. We love you too, Miss Ronnie. Thank you so much." She is co-owner of Club International's very silent partner, but she comes through every now and then just to make sure everything's running right.
Well, don't be silent. Talk to me.
She's gonna be there, and Samaya. Hey, Samaya, how you doing? She says, "Awesome, Black Wall Street rebuilding." Yes, and I would love anybody that knows somebody that's with Black Wall Street. I believe Rennie Bass is. I'm gonna try to reach out to him, but tell them to come out too, because the thing is, that's what we want. We want it to be how it was back in the 50s when everybody's not gonna walk around with suits, but everybody had integrity then. It was about integrity and about loyalty and about respect. And
it was
all
unity.
those things,
we needed each other, and we don't.
But without
feel
those
like
things, without those things, you can't unite with anybody, because you can't unite with yourself.
But we're so individual today that we don't feel like we need each other. So therefore, we do what we want to do on our own.
We are.
So this has been the Artist Exchange. What am I doing?
He's so used to being Artist Exchange.
I am the Artist. This has
Samaya.
been Black by
Love
the
you,
Man radio show. Mike will be coming back next Monday, so definitely stay tuned for that. Black by the Man is on every Monday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. here live on BigExposedRadio.com. The Artist Exchange comes on every Friday 7 p.m. and every Saturday at 12 p.m. here live on BigExposedRadio.com. So definitely stay locked in. If you're looking to have a show, hit me up. The Artist Exchange Radio Show at gmail.com or at info@BigExposedRadio.com.
Can I give a shout out?
Go ahead.
I want to shout out. Don't forget to listen to It Is What It Is Radio on Fridays between 9 and 11.
I know he not on my Twitter.
With my boy Tyree and Love and the other two guys like Tupac. So yeah, check them out too.
Goldie, what they call them. Don't forget Black by the Man Radio Show. Support it in its mission, a place for classified ads for businesses, items for sale, job postings, current events, and much, much more. Very low prices to get your event, your item or your service or your product posted on that website. So this has been Nate, co-host. Guest co-host. What is wrong with me today? Guest co-host of the Black by the Man Radio Show. It's me. So that's been another edition. Tune out, shout out, all that. Pim, 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 pim.
Style Lounge, 2261 Lancaster Road, and 1000 Media Salon. Come check me out.
There you go.
Hey everybody, this is your girl, the one and only Thick Cows. Check us out every Saturday from 5 to